For this week, we talk about so you want to be a teacher and setting up your classroom. When relating that to student teaching, one of the most important things to do is to recognize that there's different cultures in every class that you teach. Not necessarily changing your lessons to each one of those cultures, but being aware of it and accepting of the different cultures. The other thing that it really addresses in the book is sexual behaviors, profanity, violence. These are things that are very touchy subjects, especially in high school. How as a teacher will I tolerate it or handle it? One of the ways that I addressed that was being enforcing the dress code. If kids are wearing shorts, is that acceptable in a classroom setting? If they are wearing pants where their underwear is hanging out, I don't necessarily think that's appropriate for anyone to wear to school. So just in setting up good examples, me as a teacher, I always walked in and dressed professionally. I talked to the students in a professional manner. So there was that relationship that I wouldn't necessarily say, if I were to walk in with street clothes with tennis shoes on, they might look at me differently versus if I came in dressed professionally like I did when I was student teaching. And then the other thing is to develop a plan when it becomes an issue. Certain behaviors that I'll tolerate and other behaviors I won't tolerate. For example, profanity, following the school policy. It's more common now than ever than it was in school back when I was in school. And the school policy for profanity is it's not allowed on campus. So therefore, it's important as a teacher that to enforce those guidelines and tell them that profanity is not okay. That was a constant thing I was always telling the teacher or the students is, hey, watch your mouth. That's not okay in class. And for the most part, once you tell them or remind them that it's not okay, they will respect you as a person and won't use that language. And then violence is the last thing. It's always handled by the school administrator. That is something that us as teachers will give the job to the administrator. We don't handle with that. And then the other thing with student teaching is before even being in the classroom, one of the things that is key to being a good, effective teacher is not just having heart, but also as well as dedication. Are you dedicated to your job? Are you, going to spend extra time outside of class to make lesson plans where they're going to be effective in the classroom? Having both of these, heart and dedication, allows you to become an effective teacher. Your heart, it's not just a grade, it's creating a relationship with the students and showing them that you care about them and you respect them as individuals. And in return, for the most part, they will respect you the same way. This was really cool when I was student teaching because I did get to know a lot of the students and I did get to talk to them and see where they are coming from. And a lot of the times, if you just relate with them, they are willing to open up with you. So that's the other thing. Then the classroom, setting up your classroom. This is a format that I saw that worked really well in our classroom. It's the way we did in our class. The teacher's desk is in the front of the classroom where the blackboard is, or the whiteboard, which is here. And then the teacher or the students all sit here and they're all facing this blackboard right here. There's windows and bookshelves. And then there's a bulletin boards in the back. And in the back there could be rules, you could put up the little posters of the rules on campus, what's appropriate for dress code, what's not, violence isn't allowed in class. So it's just kind of how you want to format the classroom. The blackboard here, because it's math and a lot of the work is done up on the blackboard, that's the way it's set up. And then this way, the teacher's desk isn't where it's facing, the back isn't towards the students. So the chair would be here, up here, and then it would be facing this. And then some of the other things to mention in this is knowing the rules, having good organization as a teacher first and foremost as a new teacher, showing that you're organized. It also shows the students how to be organized and tells them who you are as a person. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday files or periods, what each class has, their files and their colors, creating a one-on-one interaction with the students. And then also being flexible. So those are all different things that I've learned in the first week of student teaching.